Hello everyone, I'm your host Anthony Sabia, and welcome to Shindo Kumate Strykerz, where we showcase the world's toughest fighters in their quest to become the greatest martial arts warriors. Today, we showcase the history of Shindo Kumate, and also some of the most exciting action ever seen in stand-up fighting. Shindo Kumate is the fastest growing international brand of Muay Thai and full contact martial arts, founded by the Persian warrior himself, Master Mirdad Moayyadi, a Shindo Hapkido, Kung Fu, and Muay Thai trained professional fighter, with a record of 39 wins, 5 losses, and 35 knockouts, along with 175 bare-knuckle fights. It is safe to say, with a record like that, Master Mirdad Moayyadi is the epitome of a great martial arts warrior.
My name is Master Mirdad Moayyadi. They call me Persian Warrior. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world and founder of the Shindo Kumate. I was always an active child and liked to train, be very active. I trained martial arts at a very young age and followed that through all my life. So martial art and training, it was something that was a big element to me. That was my shelter, that was my best friend.
Speed and power is my belief, quick. And this speed is all about no thinking, it's all timing. It's feeling, quick, And one of my best punches that drop everybody is to the body like this. Boom, take the legs.
I was very blessed and honored training under a lot of different grandmasters because that's not something that it comes very easy. I was searched for the great knowledge and great trainings, and what it taught me is to understand there's more deeper element behind just to become a fighter. Fighting is not only step in a ring and fight a different person, but also you're facing your fear, you're facing that different element of life.
From St. Pete, Florida, a 6th Dan Kung Shin Bak Hapkido, 8th Dan Shindo Hapkido. Here he is, Master Mirdad Moayyadi.
I invented the Shindo Kumate back in 2002, and I fought and challenged other heavyweight Len Collier back in 2003 to win the title of heavyweight champion for Shindo Kumate. It was a good fight because we exchanged it for so many rounds. It was just going back and forth. The first round we fought hard. I kicked him many times into the legs, took all his power away in his arm. On the second round, knocked him down with my straight right hand to the floor.
Oh, straight right hand after the thigh. Look at the thigh, though. He can hardly put any weight on that left thigh.
I threw lots of shin kicks with my shin into his front legs from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight. You can see all throughout the fight, his legs on the side were just growing bigger, big watermelon growing on the side of his legs, and he couldn't pick up his legs anymore. And I was getting tired all throughout the end of the round. He was coming a little bit more stronger with his boxing because he was more a boxer. And a lot of people thought that I'm going to get knocked down, but I stood up. I have a very strong chin. But I won the fight most dominantly with kicking his legs and destroying his front legs. I am the champion. Came like a promotion may help you. When people didn't know what mixed martial art was, when mixed martial art was not big enough here, I trained and I taught in North America. I operated my organization back in 1992, and I used to teach people mixed martial art, true fighting, Muay Thai, kickboxing, all of that. And it was back in 2002 that I want to open up my own organization that is totally focused to promote sport, art, and bring top athletes into the arena, fight for the biggest name, and help the sport of the Muay Thai and the striking to become the next biggest fight sport in this country. And that's where I start Shindo Kumate.
Push it. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Go. Get in there. Okay, let's say if you miss, turn around, do a back kick. Let me fix your pads. And this Velcro always has to be on the other side, not inside. It's going to come off again. It's going to be out. There you go.
I think if you're a powerful role model, children will do follow you. And that is what my goal in life is. It doesn't matter what color of skin you are, who you are, what culture you're from, we're all the same. And we all have a dream. And I want to be able to put the Persian culture on the map and put the Muay Thai, sport of the Muay Thai on the map.
When we return, we'll be joined by Master Mirdad, covering the history and aspects of Shindo Kumate. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back everybody. I'm joined right now by Master Mirdad Moyedi. How's it going?
It's going good. It's been a great year.
All right, yes it has. Now, what is Shindo Kumate?
Well, Shindo Kumate is a traditional forms and traditional concept of a fight sport as well as its trainings. Shindo Kumate stands for the way of fighting spirit. It's a very ancient element of the Far Eastern cultures. Shindo Kumate tap into traditional aspect of the fighting and the skills and the talent and the most exclusive and also most exciting fighter of all time. We display some of the best male and female fighters from around the world, and they compete and show different styles. It's strictly striking, strictly a stand-up, 3-3-minute round, 10-ounce, 8-ounce gloves. I wrote the rules, and the styles is tap into the teaching as well as the training element of the fighting. Shindo Kumate is a standalone among of other fight organization, and we're not copycatting in our styles. It's been around for quite a while, and it's a strong element that shows the best athlete, bring the best athlete of different styles.
Now, when did you start Shindo Kumate organization?
Well, it's been playing around in my mind. You know, I've been training martial arts since I was 3 years old, and I've been involved with the traditional martial arts training for quite a long time. I organized the Shindo Kumate fight sport since 2002. We started promoting shows and fights when nobody knew what really mixed martial art or traditional fighting was. We are the first organization that we sanctioned a professional Muay Thai kickboxing event in history in Florida. And I have formed the style of fighting of a Shindo Kumate and teach it to my own student. It goes back all the way to 1991 in this area. So I've been playing with the style, with the system for quite a while, and I decided to bring the system into the tables and bring some of the best athletes, because I'm a fighter myself as well.
Of course. Now, what is it that sets Muay Thai apart from other martial arts?
Well, Muay Thai is a very spiritual sport. And Muay Thai is not a typical kickboxing that you used to see on television. Muay Thai come from Thailand. It's a Far Eastern culture, has a deep 1,000 years old history, and it always took the shadow of a boxing or other sport in this country, and nobody ever promoted it in a most proper way. Promoter always looked at it as to make a buck at the door. Nobody trained the sport or promote the sport in the most proper way, or there wasn't any official to really teach and taught the styles. So Muay Thai is a sport that relate to elbows, knees, and the shins, and it's very devastating because when you bring shin, you kick somebody with a shin to the legs or to the head or to the arms, that creates a lot of damage. You can break arms, you can break the legs. Elbow itself is very powerful. You don't have to be a big person to use the elbow to create a damage, as well as the knee. So the sport is very powerful. You know, the kicks that they threw to the legs, the sweeping, the elbow to the face, that create a lot of damages. In our Shindo Kumate show, our rates of a knockout is 80% knockout through all our Shindo Kumate. And when you're heavyweight, 250 pounds, like a guy like yourself fighters, executing strong knees or elbows, you can create a lot of damage.
Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. It's not for the faint-hearted. All right, we're going to get into a brutal fight right now. Master Mirdad, tell us a little bit about the fighters they're going to watch right now.
Well, both fighters come from a very good Muay Thai school. Difference is Christian Tulek is a little bit more experienced in this field. He's a great background in the Muay Thai, as well as Roy Felipe. He trained with Tom Burke. He's a great Muay Thai guru and from Jacksonville area. Roy Felipe fought in Shindo Kumate second and third back in 2003 and 2004, and each of his fights end with a knee to the face and broken jaw, broken nose, and those are very strong elements. And then Christian Tulek came out of the retirement. We brought him to train and to fight, and he won his prior fight back in 2004 based on a decision, and then this was a title fight between two fighters who are very great fighters. And it was a very pure chess match between these two fighters. And it's a great show. It's a great fight.
you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, you guys are not going to want to miss this. Here we go. Christian Tolek, Roy Philippi, Shindo Kumate 4 from 2005. Do not blink.